All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
55 to Mike. Here we go.
Hit it.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Let's go.
From the 24, Minshew. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set. 10 Lobo.
Not today, you won't. Not today.
Get it.
Minshew, first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10.
You draw Corker.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
At the 36-yard line.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Win championships, baby.
Big difference.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play.
So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for James Conner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Conner looking for space. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
First down, Steelers.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with counter. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Steelers 0.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go now. Take the Pittsburgh.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run with Fournette. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Protein spell.
Fournette running out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
On the run, it's Fournette. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check three.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Minshew there to knock that one away defensively. Eric Kendricks.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Mike Bobo. So don't say nothing. 44 to Mike. Hayward. 22, jet cover.
They'll run here with Connor. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll toss it to Fournette. Fournette, 1st down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 10-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play deep.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Minshew going deep for Walker. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Buddy up, Mike's 50. Come on,
After the interception, here's Jackson. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, 4 down. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got it. Echo. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Complete to Washington. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards there, a first down. Jackson will throw again. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 23-yard line,
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Jackson. For the catch made by Johnson. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Steelers.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hey, pick your game up. Fofo to Mike. Mike Fofo. Ready for this, man. They not ready for this. They still playing summer.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go, D. Big serious right here. We got to step it up. 44 is the Mike. 44.
Operating from the gun. Jackson finds his running back, James Conner. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. A give running right is Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson. Complete. It's Johnson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. play action with Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
You think you're going to get this?
They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check right, check right. Watching the five. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go.
Now Fournette. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Keep it up, guys. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Ready, ready?
Minshew throwing on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Intercepted by the Steelers. His guys take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the double. 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, D.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Don't get nervous.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They're running it. Watch twist, watch
On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And an alley to run. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, Orbit. 61, matchbox lights.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check 13.
Get it.
Minshew sets to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Check. Hey, zoom.
Check 55 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Check.
Look, squeeze.
Check.
Hey, Charlie. 5.
On fourth down, Minshew. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, check my 50. Check my 50. I got him.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Washington's got it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Steelers getting another first down on a bit of a roll. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the run is Conner. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 41, Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
We taking wins home. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Go. Shift.
He's checking, he's
hard. Defense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. Check like 21. Switch up. Hey, check like 21. Hey, seam 6. Pin the mirror back and go full strength. Hey, check like 21.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, wahoo! Yep. Hey, watch the line. Hey, Sam off. 24. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready. 44 Mike. Check. You can't block me. Get wild.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 44-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
You got tight right there. 44, Mike, 44. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense, let's go.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this one is right through. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2 score. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 75 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. The kick up and good, but they remain a field goal short as they wind up dropping this one by 3. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder,